sound like
my
a
idea
math
behind that
teacher
shit.
around this hoe. I don't give a fuck. Show me your work around this bitch.
All right.
No.
So I hear you on that though, Riz. But hear me on this, right? I feel like the reason that's the only way that will work for, and I'm just talking about only for our community. I feel like the only reason that will work for us is because, again, like I said, you gonna have the coons. If you have history to go back to, you gonna have that one person that's gonna try to relive that history. If you ain't got shit to go off of, and you ain't got nothing to try to mimic or relate to, you have nothing but to start over fresh. History has
I am
always been
okay,
the reason
so
of why shit always get continued.
but
This
like
shit always keep coming up
P,
because it's always there.
but P, do you not realize that if like, do you know how much easier it'll probably be to manipulate the fuck out of us if the history wasn't there? Like I
Yeah, man,
cannot
that
Well, I'm
shit
about
respect
to
is
the
say
too
they
history.
do that.
real.
They
That
do
shit
that.
is
No,
so
But
they
wait,
too
do.
wait,
real.
wait, hold
Motherfuckers
on,
get
hold
manipulated on
on,
their
hold
own, bro.
on, hold on,
That's what
because I
I'm
wasn't
saying.
done. I
They
wasn't
too
done.
weak minded,
I wasn't
man.
done. Hold on. So in the case of I will never
That's why we were slaves in
sacrifice
the first place.
I
Motherfuckers
will
getting weak
never
minded.
sacrifice the majority to save one person. I'm not doing that. I'm not sacrificing the majority to save one person. If one person want to tap dance they ass off till they feet sore as a bitch, let them. I don't care. That don't got nothing to do with me. Let them reap the benefits of what the fuck they doing. Tap dance around this hoe. I'm not doing that. I don't care about the
Hey,
Candace Owens
hold
of the
on, my good
world.
sis. You lost me, good sis. Hold on, rewind that for a minute.
I'm not
I'm sorry.
sacrificing the majority for to save one person. I don't care about whoever
What you
decides they
mean?
want to tap dance by reading history. If reading
Okay.
history make you feel as though that you want to go tap dance and be a part of that shit, that is a you problem, a self-hated problem. I don't even want you around the rest of the population. I don't want you around none of the other black people to take their minds. Fuck no. Stay the fuck around. Stay your ass.
Because
No,
again,
this is not
we
one
keep
of
doing this
them.
shit,
This is not one
you
of
getting the
them. What the
same
hell?
reaction.
So all that years of hard work that our ancestors did, you want to just throw
Man,
that shit
again,
away?
I don't
We
again,
necessarily
can
think
it's
I
all
deconstruct.
mindset.
You
necessarily
can
want to throw none of it
deconstruct. You
Can't
can
away.
nobody read a
deconstruct
book
America.
and say,
You
oh,
can
well, y'all
we
finna go
can
kill somebody
deconstruct
from,
America and
yeah.
start over from scratch without taking away the history. And quite frankly, the real problem is that the history needs to be written in the full truth type shit around this bitch. What we know. I'm not talking about
Man,
what
we
they.
need to go the opposite route is
Oh,
what I'm
what that
saying,
got to
though.
do with me? What that got
I'm
to do
not,
with you?
bro, we talking about the entirety as one. That's what I'm saying.
No,
Like,
and I don't
because
give a
again, if
fuck
we go
about them.
for,
They're not included in my entirety as one. They're not included in my people.
so
All
basically you
skin
trying to
folk
tell,
ain't kin
so, okay,
folk.
so wait, so pause. All right.
All skin folk ain't kin folk.
We know that, but
Yeah, they
hear me
not.
on this, right? If we are talking, all right, so again, originally, I was coming from a place of, if we as a community, black people, just black people as a community,
Uh-huh.
there are so many different types of black Americans, I'm gonna just say, black Americans. You have those coons, you got the motherfuckers that already have that thought process of what they are and who they want to be, right? Like them.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't nothing that we did to them to make them feel how they feel. And I say
Okay.
we, I mean the black community. So in the instance of where you're saying, all right, yeah, they could stay out because they not skin folk, they're still going to be part of the problem when it comes to that other community against us. You follow me?
No, not really.
Especially if
Oh,
they in
how
their
not
tax
though?
bracket.
No,
If they in the tax
no, no, no. Now hold on. Let
bracket,
me.
so
Okay,
yeah.
so P, I understand what you're saying, but they're not a real problem. You want to know why? Because it's only gonna take so long of them being on that side to where they realize that them people don't give a fuck about their ass at all.
Man,
Like
that
a lot
shit,
of them
They
are
ain't
bro.
coming to
figured
that
it
Bro,
out.
that
realization
shit always
now.
happen and they still be fucking, bro, come on, man.
And why do we have
That
to?
shit happen all the time.
They
And
Okay,
they
always
still
that
be
figure out a way to divide
bootlicking
us,
on their
though.
fucking foot. They still be
this
down.
is my whole entire thing. What
Let
the
me smell
fuck is
good.
really going on? I cannot. No, fuck no, hell no. On the day that motherfuckers really group up and decide to just throw out Black history as a whole and just forget about that shit, I'm gonna
It's
stand the
not
fuck.
just Black history, no, but baby, I didn't say just Black history, my good sis. I said
No,
all
you
that
saying
shit,
U.S. You saying history, the history as a
all
whole,
that
just throw
shit,
it all out. No, I'm
all
not
that shit.
throwing out
Start over
Black
fresh,
history. And
all
what's
that
crazy
shit.
is, Pete, you got the same sentiments as far as they always gonna sit there and do that. You getting rid of the history ain't finna stop like how I am. I'm gonna tell my kids about it. The history
Yeah,
still gonna be there type
yeah, I
shit.
feel you.
But the thing is, when history not there verbatim of what it is, that's how shit gets started twisted up and mistranslated, and people don't even know what the fuck
All
actually
right, so
happened. I can't sit right with
That's what I'm
that.
saying. But if we are all, so boom, if we're all unalive and we're starting a whole new part, we start over from the scratch. There's nobody here left. No history, no person, no being from the last life. We start over fresh scratch. How the fuck is that going to be a problem? There's
That
nobody to
that's
tell
going that
anything.
because that is so that's crazy.
That
Because
is, it's crazy.
but it's crazy because Pete, what's gonna end up happening is you gonna do all that hard work of getting rid of all that history to start off scratch, and the same shit that happened in them same books gonna start repeating
It's
itself.
gonna say because it actually
It's gonna
did
be
if
the
you think
same
about it.
shit. It's
Because
human
It's
nature.
already happening. It's already happening.
even
It's
vampire
human
shit like that.
nature.
So I don't know if you know, they already started erasing. They've been already erasing history, and they already started erasing Black history. And because of a lot of the erasure that's happening, a lot of these people don't know what to look out for when things are happening. Like right now, there's a lot of things that happen in history that's currently happening right now, and a lot of people don't know what to look for. They don't realize that we're currently going, what a dictatorship is actively happening. Trees and all
Right
kinds of shit is
now.
happening right now, and because of history, what the administration is doing right now is a repeat of history. The difference is
In books.
because people don't know the history and when you don't know history, you don't effectively understand your rights,
And
and
they
that's the
freaking vote
problem.
against their own
And
interests.
so
It's okay,
now,
he got
right, and so now there are people who are voting more for color instead of color, blue, red, green, yellow, instead of voting for policies because they don't understand their history. And that's
that's
the
why they voted for
problem.
him to get
So
he
if you
gonna give
knew
me
your
another stimmy.
history, right? So if you knew the history, and history is not just from 1870, 1600s, history could be 10 years ago. They don't know their history. And that's the problem. And the history needs to be pushed, but the actual history, not what they want us to know, because right now a lot of these politicians are currently erasing history and trying to create bills. Right now, they've been created bills. They're banning books. They are banning books that are telling you the truth. They're banning books that are telling you what's happening, or books from 1966 that said that the world by a certain time the world's going to be looking like XYZ, and this is how you do to fix it. They're banning those books right now. And if you do try to get the book, a book that was just $20 now costs $2,000 to get. Well, you can't get it at all. It's illegal because they want people dumb. They want you to not know.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you need history. You need history. Half of the stuff that I'm sitting here learning, it shouldn't have taken for me to go to a college for me to learn some of the US history that I'm learning right now. It's not in no book. The
Because
truth
they
about a
get in
whole lot of
water
shit,
world.
it's not in no book. The teachers ain't talking about it.
Mm-mm.
As to one of the reasons why I go live so that people can hear it. Because the shit don't like, once you hear the truth, it's like, wait, hold up, this shit is crazy. And I'm taking two classes where there's the truth, and then there's the altered whitewash version, which is American government. And those two be collided sometimes because the details don't be there that need to be there to make it make sense. As to why even American government be fucking confusing because they're not breaking down the history. How the fuck did we get here? What happened?
Exactly. Like a lot of people saying, "Oh, what did Kamala do for 4 years?" But if you know your history, the vice president don't get to do shit. So why
She
y'all putting
don't
that
do
on her? She
shit.
don't do shit.
She
But a
don't
lot of
have
people was
nothing.
taking
She's
it.
not
Yeah,
in
she
control
was
of
in office.
nothing. The
Right.
most she
So they
could do
gave
is
her a
be
lot of shit.
over. The most she could do is be over the fucking what? Over
The
the
Senate.
Senate. And
That's
even
it. And
then,
be a
she
deciding
can't
vote.
be
That's
over
it.
the Senate if the Senate is being ran by people that ain't her. That ain't like her.
So they gave her
They
all
said
that shit.
Obama didn't do
I was
nothing.
half of the sentence created by Trump
Obama
ass.
was literally being filibustered by the Senate, by Congress,
Yep. And couldn't get nothing passed.
Because Congress was against him because he was a black man and he was a
He was
Democrat.
doing good. And he was doing good. They
And he
didn't
was
want him to
doing good.
succeed.
And
Yep.
the other countries respected him and was getting a whole lot of shit done. Them motherfuckers was mad that he didn't give a fuck about anybody's friendship and he off Osama bin Laden. From when he off Osama bin Laden, and half of them motherfuckers was doing vacationing with that nigga, with Bush them,
Mm-hmm.
they wouldn't let nothing else fly.
Yep.
Nothing fly. And he ain't perfect. He got his own bullshit that he did and was
Right,
doing.
right.
But guess what? If other countries respect us, a whole lot of shit ain't finna go down.
Yep. Unlike
Because of
now.
him, because of him, people's children came home. Because of him, them soldiers came the fuck home. It wasn't because of no fucking Bush. Bush would have had them niggas outside, out there in a whole other country, unalive and quote unquote insurgent for 10 more years,
Right.
trying to take over other people's land and shit like that. But when you don't know your history, perfect example. Other politicians not knowing the history and not knowing other cultures is why they took their ass to fucking Afghanistan and tried to create a motherfucking establishment that can't be created because all them motherfuckers don't believe in the same
Don't
shit.
fuck with us. Right.
It's not that they don't fuck with us. We came over there and tried to tell them how to live
Yep.
because
Because
we
if
thought
you
that
look
what
at
we
them
was doing,
Middle Eastern
we
women in the
thought what we
90s.
was, we thought what we was doing was working. So we went to somebody else's shit and told them, hey, this will create you a better society. Huh, do it like this. Not realizing all of them don't believe in the same shit. Even their
Right.
religious practices aren't the motherfucking same. They started unaliving people through religion on some wild shit. In Afghanistan, just killing people just cause, babies, children, raping people just cause. Because they don't